Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dark Anime Robin. In this video, I'll be unboxing and reviewing the Quetzalcoatlus figure from the Jurassic World Rebirth movie released in the year 2025. And this figure is manufactured by Mattel. Technically, there's no unboxing since like many dinosaur toys or action figure from the Jurassic Park franchise manufactured by Mattel. This figure is pretty exposed here, so even without freeing it, we can try out a lot of its feature. But before we get to that, let's quickly look through the details from the card here. So here it's pointing out how like the two buttons on the back of the figure, you can play to work its main feature. Like the first one is how you can get it to play its electric sound. So you can hear the sound Quetzalcoatlus here makes. The other on the lower back here, it's to flap its wings. But since the figure is tightly secure, we have to check that feature out later. And you can still kind of test its articulation of its head, being able to like move it here. Apparently, there's most likely a QR code on the figure somewhere where you can use a game app to play with. That unfortunately will not be covered in this review. On the back here, it's pretty much showing us what we already saw from before. How like there's like rolling and jumping feature, and how you can pretty much, this is kind of how you can pose the figure in flying form. And that's pretty much all the detail we can get. Now let's set this figure loose. This part is a little tricky here. So here's the whole figure. And let's check out. Looks like there's maybe instruction manual in here. let's look through the instruction manual real quick here. So looks like the code where you can scan the app with for the video game is like on the it's like somewhere. Okay, down here. And again, these are basically just the same feature on what's shown on the card already. You can close the wings to put forward like a walking pose instead of flying pose. And again, the two buttons on the back for the wings flapping feature, as well as the electric sound feature for the like chomping and rolling sounds. And if you ever run out of batteries, you can just use a screwdriver here to open up the panel and to replace these size of the batteries. As you can see, if you can find the compatible display stand, you can really pose this figure as if it's really flying. Now let's set it up for standing on its force. Here we go. And to get it to open its wings, you have to just press the button on the back here, and there we go. And so let's quickly check out its articulation here. So we got like little hands on each of the wings here. Although it can basically only just rotate. Can't really do much else. Actually, it can move in one direction. Let's check this one out again. Looks like it was tough moving for the first time, but it has some articulation, so that's good. Also, it can move its feet a little bit. It can just turn its head like only about 20 to 30 degrees to each side. And the only way apparently for this figure to get its wing flapping is to move it upside down. so it doesn't really have any like articulation for attacking with beak. Again, you would just have to do it by flapping the wings and the head by just shaking the figure, so its moving feature is very limited. One other articulation this figure has is when you activate the sound by pressing the button here, you also open up its beak. So those are the chomping and the roaring sound this figure makes. So it's kind of pretty cool, and so overall, its appearance still very screen accurate to the dinosaur it's based on from the movie. So if you're a doll collector looking for a nice dinosaur figure for display, this is probably a good choice too, but overall it's probably still best fitting as a dinosaur toy for children, because its articulation is still very limited, and it can mostly only work those set articulation by, again, just shaking it, which so it's not exactly a fun thing to do, at least not for adults anyway. That's why it's still probably more fitting as a toy for kids. However, its capability to be used as a display figure for like a flying dinosaur, and one that can change its pose for standing on its fours, still would make it a good choice for adult dinosaur figure collector, especially if you're interested for one, again, that can be set up to pose for both just like a ground mode as well as a flying pose. Concludes my review for this figure. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel, and please check out other videos in my channel. If you have any question, please leave them in the comment section. I will answer with the best of my knowledge and ability.